We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Emeka Egbuka, Ohio State receiver, and for the 2025 NFL draft. And in my opinion, he's one of like the highest floor options in this class. Like if there was a player I had to bet on just being good at the next level, it would be Egbuka. He does all the little things right, like the details, the nuance, like his route running. He sets things up with great pace. He understands how to use his eyes, his body to manipulate DBs, set them up, vary his pace and his route stem. He'll either waste no time or, set you up with a slower pace. Very good job. He's a great athlete. He's a great athlete as well. He tested well. You can see the athleticism on tape, very fluid, very smooth. Got solid size, being around 6', 200, so he's not super small. He plays tough, plays with physicality, probably the best blocker in the class as well, so he does all the dirty work. There's very hard to find, any big, major, deficiencies to his game. He tracks the ball down the field. He's just going to be one of those guys that is a good player in the league for a very long time. Super smart, high character. Definitely one of the guys I would bet a lot of money on just being a good, quality NFL player. Definitely not bad, and then probably not, reach that elite level. Probably going to be more of a slot at the next level, but this guy goes around, does all the things you like. He'll be a fan favorite for whatever team drafts him. He'll be a favorite for the coaches as well. So we're gonna look at these little details, all the things he does correctly. So here in the slot versus Oregon, in the Rose Bowl actually, and Oregon ends up going to a split field look, and he's running the seam bender. He's getting carried by number 3 right there, and he identifies the coverage, sees that this middle field's open, so he's bending this down in between, and he wastes no time too. You'll see in some other routes where he'll slow play things, but here he instantly bursts off the line and is able to accelerate past this defender, and then he snaps his head around, and then look at the little details. Look how late his hands go up, because this guy gets back into position and his hands have not come up yet, and now he catches the ball literally as it's getting to his chest, so the guy has no chance to make a play. Late hands is such an underrated part of receivers' games nowadays. Not a lot of guys do it to this level, and the fact that he shows late hands so late that this guy has no chance to react allows him to get that touchdown, make that play. He tracks it in beautifully as well. He doesn't slow down at the catch point either. Even showing late hands, it's just really, really nice to see that. I have a lot of faith in him in this class, just being a good player. Definitely one of the safest guys, pro ready, nuanced here. To see him in the bunch, I love how he sells his routes. Here, a little bit of a slower pace, sells the out, boom, he peeks back with his eyes go all the way back, his shoulders, his hips are all committing to sell that out route, and now he works into the wheel here, the out and up, and this DB actually plays it really well. But this is another example of late hands. This guy's in good positioning, so he doesn't create a ton of separation. This is how we can win in multiple ways, because he can separate, get open, smart versus zone. He takes really good angles in his routes. He's in the spot at the right times. But if he's not open, he can win just by showing late hands. This guy is not able to react because he has not shown that he's going to catch the ball until it's almost on him. And now he catches it over the shoulder. Guy can't make it, and he's able to pull the ball away too. Once he catches it, he pulls it away so the guy can't go through it, and he gets 2 feet in bounds. Super, super aware player. It's just so impressive. Here versus man-to-man, look how he quickly beats the slot defender. Wastes no time. I love his get-off. He does a good job in his stem, just hard to the inside, right off the ball. Takes that, inside angle. Boom, sticks that foot on the ground, and look how easily he separates on the corner. The angle he takes, too. I feel shouldn't be able to separate this quickly on that angle, running, they're running smash concept. And the fact that he's able to get on top of him, good acceleration out of that as well, and then makes the adjustment on the underthrown ball. Make sure that guy doesn't have a chance to make the play. Get your feet in bounds. Here he's selling he's going to go and block the safety down the field. Does a good job, boom, slow play, and then break on the out route. Make that catch down the red zone. I feel he's a good low red player as well. He can be a red zone option for you because he can separate. He can make the tough catches in those, more contested situations. Here's another example of him just, winning quickly, wasting no time. Look at this, acceleration to pull away. And then, if this ball's thrown to the, you want to throw this more closer to this pylon, because then he's able to really separate. Ball's thrown back to that inside. Look at him make the adjustment, go over the top. Now has to win more of a contested ball over the DB there, and he does, which is always nice to see. receivers, especially because he's not the biggest guy. He's definitely not small either, but he's not the biggest receiver that you'll see. So winning in those tightly contested situations, especially when it's more of a quarterback problem, because he separates there to win, especially enough separation to win in the red zone, but throws it to where he has to make the tougher catch, and he's able to do that, which I like to see. Another area, like he's great, middle of the field, working through contact. Like he is a guy that works through contact well. So he can get open with his smarts. He can get open with his athleticism. I think he can get open with his toughness down the field. It's a bunch of different ways for separation. And then he also has the late separation skills with the late hands. You'll see an example of it here. Like here, he works through contact, avoids it. He does a good job, not getting pushed too far off his landmarks. He does a good job of avoiding. And then look at him like bend back. I love the hips too. Fluid. This guy comes to find him. And then look at him create late separation this time by hand fighting and then getting a nice little subtle shove right there, hand fight, and then track that ball in. Shows another decent example of late hands there, so this guy can't make a play. And that's all just hand fighting down the field. It's a lot of just little details. He's got, like, if there's a guy you want to watch in this class to, like, learn the position of receiver, it's him. Because a lot of the other guys can rely on athleticism at times. He's also just, like, a fun, like, to me, like, the ideal scheme fit for him is, like, the Rams. Like, I feel like McVay would get a lot out of him. Like, he looks for this type of receiver. And you can do stuff like this. Like, they basically run like this is usually run with a tight end, like the Y leak, where they roll out one way and then throw it back the other way with the leak from Egbuka. Here is in a tight formation. He's going down. But you can do this stuff with Egbuka because he can sell like he's going to block because the team trusts him to block. Whoever drafts him is going to try to trust him to block in these situations. So now he's able to sell the block and then leak out of there and throw this ball. He does a good job tracking it in too. Like you can tell, he's very comfortable at the catch point. But it's just fun to use him in those situations. He's a guy that you can, get the ball down into the flats, check it down. They don't cover him. I like seeing this finish though. Look at that toughness and physicality. Another part of his game that I think gets overlooked at times because of the nuanced pro ready stuff. And to me, I think that I've seen like the Amon-Ra St. Brown comparisons. I think those comparisons are pretty good. Like I wouldn't be surprised the Lions or like Ben Johnson's with the Bears, those types of teams. Like I don't know if they're gonna end up with him, but he is a type of scheme fit for those types of schemes as well. He has a similar skill set, I think, to Amon-Ra St. Brown. It might even be like a better athlete than he was coming out. Here's another example of selling with your eyes. Body. They're not really covering him this time, but then he snaps his head around. And then just good adjustment, like understanding the situation. This guy's playing over the top. This is thrown to where it's usually supposed to be thrown. Probably, is it going to get him killed or could get picked off? Well, Howard makes a good adjustment. So does he to, slow down, play more of, to this soft spot there in between the two defenders. He's able to catch it in and still get into the end zone, which is nice to see. And then you hear some dirty work stuff like him being used on, some counteraction where he gets to go and basically be a lead blocker into the hole, meeting a linebacker. That is so impressive. Look at him throw his body into it. And he plays this with high pad level too. Look how much like higher he is than the linebacker. And he still shows like good core strength, good pop to it. Like get that win there. Very impressive. He could also be a lead out in space. Definitely can block DB super well. Once he gets engaged with a corner, look at him, legs, drive, good hand placement, grip strength. And now he's just finishing that block into the dirt. Lots of examples of that. And then we'll finish with one more route. Versus off man versus corner does a really good job selling. You can see, like, look at his body language. I feel like in comparison to other receivers at times, he does a really good job. Like, he's selling vertical a lot. Like, he's going to break across the middle here. And then there's that slight angle to the inside. Him slightly angle to the inside gets this DB to open up his hips. And as soon as he takes that one step, Egbuka is already breaking across his face back to the outside and is able to accelerate out of it pretty nicely. Get on that horizontal path to work away, and the ball's floating away, and he tracks it in, adjust his angle from what he was working at. It's just really impressive to watch him go to work. All the little details, pro ready, nuanced. Definitely one of my favorite players to watch in this class. Just does all of those things that you like. So if you guys are doing like, comment,